Well, I got another list. Let's do it. What's up, Hellraisers? Welcome back to yet again another video. And today's video is going to be another list. So every once in a while on my channel, I like to come up with different type of lists that I come up with myself, or I probably seen over here on YouTube. But I decided to come up with this list that I've never seen anybody do. It's the top 10 movies that deserve a sequel, or at least have a fucking sequel be made. So these movies are very random, okay? They are not horror movies all the way. Some is comedy. I do like a good comedy. If you can make me laugh, then we friends. But all these movies, like I said, it's very random, okay? They're not in any specific order. So just take that for what it is. Another thing about this list, this is just my own personal opinion. This is what I think movies that deserve a sequel, because I like these movies, okay? If you think a movie deserves a sequel, drop yours in the comments, okay? Nobody's list is wrong. That's just their own opinion. And one last thing that I want to talk about is some of these movies you might not think deserve a sequel, but I do, okay? So keep all that stuff in mind. So with all that being said, let's kick things off. At number 10, we got a little movie that Pixar/Disney made called Ratatouille. If you know, you know. Okay, Ratatouille is one of those films that I saw when it first came out, and I love this movie right from the get-go. This movie tells a story about a little rat that wants to be a cook. Well, a chef, excuse me. And he's always been told rats are the enemy of people. People hunt and kill rats. But he wants to change that because he has a talent. He has a gift. And his gift is he can cook. Doesn't necessarily mean anyone can, doesn't mean anyone should. But this little rat has such a brave inspiration. This movie looked gorgeous for the time it came out in. Not only that, is that this movie is a very coming of age type of movie. Anybody can watch this movie and have a good time with it. How this movie wrap up at the end is the reason why this movie needs a fucking sequel. And I believe it's still time for Pixar and Disney to make this happen. However, the way Disney and Pixar is going with the whole woke bullshit, I'd rather for them to leave this alone until they take that woke shit and shove it up their asses. I'm just saying, just my own opinion. And down from there, at number 9, we got I Am Legend, starring Will Smith. I love this movie. I will be reviewing this movie, but I love this movie. I Am Legend is one of those films that takes a different approach on the zombie apocalypse. This movie tells a story about the very last man on Earth has to find a way to maintain his everyday life with his dog named Sam. And yet, there are some very strange, chaotic things going around where at night, you got these vampire/zombie-like creatures that comes out and start to look for some food or take and kill anything that's in the path. And Will Smith, being the last person on Earth, has to find the cure to kill these people, but little by he knows it's way too many for what he is provided with. This is one of those films where when you first watch it, you start to notice a lot of visuals and a whole lot of things in the background. I heard rumors that Batman vs. Superman was in the background on the billboard in this film. I didn't see it, but I watched these movies so many times. Maybe I need to rewatch it and pay attention to the background, stuff like that. And not only that, Will Smith, performance in this movie is fucking top notch. This is Will Smith at his best, okay? I would say this is one of my top 5 favorite movies by Will Smith would be I Am Legend. The reason this movie needs a sequel is because the other ending that we got, well, spoiler, where Will Smith did not die, was intended to be the original ending, but they decided to change it because they thought it would be a fucking heroic way to kill off Will Smith, but he was a damn good character in this film. The static part, though, he had to kill his dog because his dog was bitten by one of these zombie vampires. Talk about the zombie vampires, they are fucking scary as fuck. I would actually like to make my own zombie-like film with these type of zombies. These fucking vampire-like zombies, they don't come out during the sunlight and they don't like the sun at all. If they touch the sun, they burn. That is fucking creative thinking right there. That's a little bit of spice on the zombie apocalypse for your ass. Moving down from there, at number 8, we have a movie that I love so much, and I watch it so many times, Blended, starring Drew Barrymore, Bella Thorne, and of course Adam Sandler. If you know, you know, right? But this is one of those films, like I said, with number 10, with Ratatouille, is Blended is a coming of age type of movie where it makes you feel good about watching it. One of my biggest things about this movie is the location that they go to. They go to Africa where they see all the like the crazy spectaculars and the fucking big animals and the fucking wild location. It's a beautiful, stunning ass movie. This movie tells the story about two random families come together to go to this exotic island called South Africa, or I don't remember the actual name of the island, but it's in South Africa, and it's a very gorgeous place. And they ended up becoming more and more closer to than what they were expecting. Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler character grew closer, and every time I see them two in the movie, it puts a smile on my face. Because they did other films together, like The Wedding Singer. If you haven't seen that movie, what the fuck are you doing? They did another movie called 51st Date, which I also loved, and they did this movie together. Every time I see them two, it reminds me of why I love movies so much because of these two. And this movie is so gorgeous to look at, even now. And if you haven't seen Blended, please check this movie out. Please. I recommend this movie. It's on HBO Max right now. And to keep the flow going right here at number 7, we have the Step Brothers starring Will Ferrell, and I forgot his name, but boy, this movie is a fucking hilarious mess in a good way. Okay, this movie has some jokes in it. This is Will Ferrell and this guy at their best in this fucking movie. They throw everything, and I mean everything, at the wall. Okay, this movie goes in some wild direction. But this movie tells the story about two brothers from different couples, from a man and a woman, who come together because they love each other, and they both got two grown-ass sons that still live at home. And throughout the entire runtime of this film, they have to learn how to get along with each other because their parents are dating. And they start to hate each other, but then they realize that they have so much in common. This is one of those films where it will have you dying laughing from start to finish. The moment it come on, you hit with some fucking serious fucking comedy. This is one of them films, but I'm literally laughing right now just talking about this movie. The reason this movie deserves a sequel is because what I just said is fucking funny as hell. And this is Will Ferrell and the other guy at their best in this film. I still believe that they can actually pull this off. Still now. Just tell a story in a different way. Show their life away from their parents and what they've done since they've been away from their parents. This is a damn good movie. And to go along with the momentum, right here at number 6, we have a movie called Edge of Tomorrow, starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt or something like that. This movie, to me, is one of those films that waves a question mark above my head. Why don't this movie have a sequel? What the fuck? Why this movie don't have it? Hello? Hollywood, whoever made the fucking... what's up? Why this movie don't have one? But The Edge of Tomorrow tells a story about an alien apocalypse that happened, and Tom Cruise he's infected with some type of alien blood where he continues to wake up over and over. Every time he dies, he wakes up back at square one. And he has to figure out a way to stop dying, to figure out what's going on with this whole alien apocalypse. It's kind of very hard to explain this movie, but if you know, you know, right? But it's one of them films that I think deserve a sequel because the way the movie goes out, it's more like an action-packed movie, an action-adventure type of movie. Don't get me wrong. I like a good action-adventure type of movie, and this is one of the films that I always catch myself rewatching. I believe I watched this movie at least by like 4, 5, 10 times even. This movie is insane once the plot actually gets going. And Tom Cruise's performance in this movie is what really makes you keep watching this movie. I like Tom Cruise. He's a good fucking actor, depending on what he takes. Getting into the top 5, okay? So keep it going right here at number 5. We got The Mask starring Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz, I believe. That's how you say her name? I got a speaking problem. Don't bust my balls in the comments, okay? But anyway, this is a movie tells a story about Jim Carrey finds this mask, and he realized that this mask has a mind of his own every time he put it on his face. He will go and do things that he wouldn't normally do when he don't wear the mask. This is one of them films I saw at a very young age when it first came out, and honestly, this movie is Jim Carrey at his best as well. But the reason I would want a sequel to, I ain't talking about that Son of the Mask, okay? That shit was a hot mess. I don't know what they were smoking with that shit. I'm talking about The Mask, okay? They need to put Jim Carrey back in the role, or get a new person. I don't care. Maybe Michael B. Jordan would be nice. That's joke. That's joke. But Jim Carrey should be back in the role of this film. I would like to see them take a different approach with this. If they wish to make The Mask 2, try to dive a little bit deeper into the lore of the mask. Cause you don't really know anything about this mask besides the fact that you put this mask on and it make a person do some chaotic things that they wouldn't do when they are themselves. The reason I would like to see not remake, but a sequel to this film because how funny this first film was. This film is iconic for what it is. And if you know this film, like I do, you know why this movie deserves a sequel. And to keep it rolling, right here at number 4, we got The Waterboy. That's right, we got Adam Sandler back on the list, excuse me. Adam Sandler, he knows his movie. He knows what his movie needs. That's where Waterboy come in there. Now, this might be debatable for some people, whether or not if Waterboy should get a sequel, but I believe that Adam Sandler can probably still pull it off. But Waterboy needs a sequel because of a lot of reasons. But before I dive into the reason why I need a sequel, let me tell you what the plot is about. This movie tells a story about a young Bobby Boucher who has to go out through the entire runtime of this movie being a Waterboy, and he's getting picked on, getting criticized, and being made fun of because of his disability and because of his job. He provides water at his highest critique, and no matter what he do, people criticize his love and his obsession with water. Water is his passion. This film needs a fucking sequel because just like I said before, I said again, coming of age type of movie. This is one of the movies that is iconic for its time, and I think we can get another sequel out of this movie. Just kind of show his life aside from his mother or what he's been doing over the years being a water boy, and maybe I don't know, start his own water company of some kind. I would love to see that. That would be a very good approach for this movie. If it's possible, Adam Sandler, if you see this, take that plot and use it, my guy. And going down from there, we got Disney back on the list. Right here at number 3, we got Jopia. I love this movie. I love this movie to death. I'm a sucker when it come down to animation film. If it's good, looks good, the plot's engaging, I'm watching it. Okay, and Jopia is one of them films that you can tell somebody put a lot of heart and love behind. Jopia tells the story about a bunny who wants to be a cop, and she gets criticized for being a bunny and wants to become a cop. And throughout the entire runtime of this entire animated film, she has to prove everybody wrong who's doubted her ability to be a cop. And she does just that. The reason this movie needs a sequel is because of the ending of this movie. So she takes on this major case about I believe I'm a Ouija that ended up going rabbit, or I guess you say going insane because he ate something. I don't remember what it was, but she has to investigate this, and the movie leaves you with some sort of a cliffhanger. So Disney, Pixar, whoever did this, what's up? Where's Jopia 2? Damn it, it's still time. Clock clicking. To the top 2. Let's hit it. At number 2, we got Rise of the Guardian. My God, DreamWorks made a fucking masterpiece with this movie. The fact that this movie doesn't have a sequel is mind-boggling to me. I repeat, it's mind-boggling to me. The fact that this movie don't have a sequel. The reason this movie don't have a sequel is because it wasn't well received with critics. Didn't make a lot of money as DreamWorks expected. I would love to buy the license to this movie and I can make it my damn self. I would love that. But this movie tells a story about Jack Frost has to get people to believe and get to see him because he's actually dead, and people forgot about him. People remember the Easter Bunny, they remember Santa Claus, they remember the Tooth Fairy, and they even remember being afraid of the dark, which goes by the name Pitch Dark. Jack Frost ended up becoming the main focal point of this entire movie. The reason I like this movie so much is because this movie you can tell once again if somebody's passion and the amount of effort and hard work they pour into this just make me wonder, at least talk about a sequel for this movie. It's so good. The story is so engaging. It feels believable. The fact that it's an animated film is still believable. You have Pitch who represents the dog. And he is the bad dream that the children have. And then you have Sandy who represents the good dream that kids have. I mean, this whole movie is, once again, I said before I said again, coming of age type of animated film. And like I said, it mind-boggles the fuck out of me that this movie doesn't have a sequel. This film is very underrated, by the way. Watch this movie. I believe it's on Netflix right now. And lastly, at number one, Freddy versus Jason. I could just close the video right there. I could just end the video right here. You already know why this movie deserves a sequel, because we were fucking promised a fucking sequel to this film. We promised, and I believe it's still time, right now. Freddy vs. Jason tells the story about the two iconic slasher villains of the 80s coming together to claim their master slashing throne, or whatever you want to call it. These two icons have to prove which one of them is the very best. And honestly, Freddy vs. Jason 2 should be happening. That should be in production right fucking now. Move your ass. Let's get this movie made. But the reason this film, for me, deserves a sequel is because we never truly understood who won. In my own opinion, I would have to give it to Jason, because in this whole film, Jason was putting up one heck of a fucking fight, and I know that's probably weird for me to say because I'm a Freddy guy, but I would have to say Freddy won. I would have to say Jason won, excuse me, because the amount of effort that Jason put into this film. Freddy only got one kill, which kind of pissed me off, but it's understandable. It's the only kill that Freddy needs to say, you don't want to fuck with me. You're going to fuck around and you're going to find out. But yeah, so that's going to wrap up today's Pacific Top 10 list. If you have any movie that I might have missed, or you have some movie that you think deserves a sequel, like I said, drop it in the comments. Don't criticize my list, and don't criticize other people's list either. This is movies that they like for different reasons. And if you want to get in touch with your boy, social media link, what is it? It's always in the description down below. Just before I let you go, my name is Kevin Johnson, and I love horror movies. And I hope to catch you HELLRAISERS in my next video. But make sure you drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that fucking bell notification so that way when I drop another lit video for the channel, you'll be the first ones to get it.